Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2. There you go. Because I think I've got it set right, and I do not, for whatever reason. Hang on, I'm just cleaning my glasses with our stolen microfiber cloth. Well, not stolen. The people left it in there. The team at the dealership place when they were doing Sarah's car. Oh, yesterday. So yesterday I finally got to get Sarah's her new cold air intake filter, little cone shaped kind of thing. I got that in place, and I got the bolt put on to the Fiat on my Fiat. Sorry, that holds the battery down. A little strap that holds the battery down. I didn't have to have it. I just was like, it needs to be on there. And I swapped out the windshield washer motor, which was way easier than I thought. Like, you don't even need, the only tool this kind of screwdriver looking thing that's got like a fork on the end of it, and it's for pulling off those little push tab fasteners. Took 2 of those off a panel on the front left tire, and then the thing's right there. And just a couple of hoses for the front and the back washers, and a plug in the top, and you pull it off of the thing, and it was so easy. I was like, man, I'm so glad I didn't just go, I'm just gonna take it in and let somebody else do it. I mean, in all honesty, the people I take it to are really great. I know they would have done a fantastic job, but it probably would have been like, you charge like $80 just to check your car, but if you already know what it needs, I don't know how much they would have charged, because they charge per hour, so I assume they have to charge like minimum 1 hour. So I don't know, it could have been like still $100. I don't know, but yeah, I got all that done and washed Sarah's old cold air filter. I think it was dirty. Oh my gosh, it was dirty. Like, check this out. I got this picture I took of the new cold air filter and the old cold air filter. Now, there's a bit of a difference because the new one is pre-oiled, so it's already red. So that, of course, looked a little bit different, but even so, look at the difference. Look how gunky it is. And then, and then this is a picture of it in the car with the little sock-looking thing. Wait, let me turn this down. It's got like a little, I bought like a little silky, kind of clothy sort of little cover, so it helps keep it cleaner for longer. There we go, like that. And then that's a picture of the old one. Once I cleaned it, it was so much better. I didn't put the oil yet. There we go. You can see a little bit better. I didn't put the oil yet because I figured, well, I'll do that when I actually go to install it. No sense in putting it on right now. But yeah, I was so happy to have all that crap done. And then we were able to go and Sarah wanted to look at a couple places that had like basically like resale shops, and they didn't have anything. It was like the 2 places we went to were places where people probably buy stuff on a pallet, and then resell it. Like this one place we went to had a couple of Wise Cam or Wise branded thermostats, which are normally like $60 to $75, I think, maybe $65, something like that. One of them they had was like $30. And then 2 of them were only $10 because they were missing like the little bracket things. But it was like, oh wow, that's an incredible deal. But we don't need one. And my parents already have one in their house that I bought for, I want to say it was for my dad's birthday last year. I don't remember. So it's like, you know, nobody we know could really use one. So, excuse me. So we didn't buy anything at either place. But I mean, you know, like I say, it's like, well, that's what happens when you don't need stuff. Uh, you know, put on Return of the King. So yeah, we didn't. Let's get past the Smeagol stuff at the beginning. It's just, ugh. Um, but yeah, we went to those two places. Uh, we got some. We went by the liquor store because Sarah was needing her vodka that she usually drinks. And I got a couple things. Uh, we're not huge drinkers, but like Saturday or Fridays and Saturdays, Friday and Saturday nights, we'll drink a little bit. And then we went and got a few groceries and came home. But it was a long day. But we got a lot of stuff done, so that's good. I started my stream on this because I was like, I kind of want to put somewhere, like, here's how many hours I have in the game. So 728 for this guy, and 155 for her. So 880. 880, yeah, something. So, quite a bit of time in the game. That's not something I feel like you can necessarily really brag about, because it's like, well, you don't have to be doing anything in the game to get that. So it's like, well, yeah, it doesn't mean anything. Oh, hey, they have a non-alcoholic limoncello.
Ghost Actual, this is Nomad. I'm ready to engage Harpy, you copy?
Raj, Nomad, I'm here. Target Harpy supervises the drone's attack patterns and coordination for gas deployment. His focus is maximum dispersal for maximum casualties. Real name is Claro Gentile. He's been with the Wolves since the beginning. He's had his FOB. The place will be swarming with drones. But I have something for you there. Some outcasts took a Sentinel ship full of jammers that should weaken the drones. They've got them all down on the beach. Link up there. They can help.
Roger. Nomad out.
I would love to try a non-alcoholic limoncello, because I love the limoncello taste, but I'm not as crazy about the alcohol part of it. Oh, hey, there's a chest right here to my right. Well, I thought it was right here. Yeah, I'm not a huge alcohol drinker, really. You know, Friday night. Did I even drink anything Friday night? I don't remember. And then Saturday, I had one drink Saturday, and that was it. My problem is I don't like the taste of alcohol. Like, I'm just like, eh. If I'm gonna drink something, I'll have some coffee or soda or something. Okay, let's go this way. Okay. There's another one.
kill. Helping you out. Roger, moving. Ready, ghost lead. Time for a
Well, that
live
got
one.
him.
All clear here.
Coconuts. Yoink. Yoink. I think this guy only has a rifle that I don't really want. I do kind of want to change rifles just to try something else out, but I really do enjoy this rifle.
Wake up. Hostiles in the area. Maneuvering to the target. Prepared to fire. Alert. Stay quiet.
Damn, Sentinel showed up
Hostiles
fast.
are alert.
Those outcasts are in trouble.
Keep your focus, man!
Scaltech EMP jammer, modified by Sentinel to scramble drones. There can't be too many of these around. Better make sure I have enough for maximum effectiveness.
I should just do 2 shots each time. If not 3 times. You say it's all clear, but I
Watch your
hear.
fire. We got civilians. Who's this now? We got hostiles in the area. Shot one of them. All clear here.
No.
Appreciate you. Thanks.
One bad guy. That's it. Okay.
You saved my ass. You going after Harpy?
That's the plan.
When you hit the base, I'll back you up. Rest of my squad is around here, and they'll do the same if you bust them out.
Gotcha. Will do. No, little girl. No. She looking at me like, attention, attention. You give me attention? Like, no. Uh-oh, Murmur Patrol area. Let me check this island over here real quick. Need a little house right there. Nope. Okay. Oh, there's some bad guys.
Hold up. We got bad guys nearby. We have our presence.
Ooh, intel.
Roger. Moving. Ready, boss. Hostiles eliminated.
Rock and roll.
I keep expecting the invisible dudes, but that's only during Motherland.
Lay it down some fire. Excellent work. here.
I want to free those other dudes, but I don't see them yet. Coconut. Now here's some good guys over here. Let's go this way.
Just happy to be doing
What's up,
something
fellas?
instead of rotting in Erewhon.
I think I need to go up or here. I need a little dirt bike. Go, guys. Yoink. 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 Alright. Go across over here.
Civvies around. Do not engage. Slow down. Got bad guys. All clear here.
There's some bad guys. Ooh, what's over here? Hey, Death Star, what's going on? Or, sorry, the Death Star. Death Dealer. Okay, let's go over here. I can't help but look at this environment and go, man, this would be such a nice little area to, like, vacation in, you know? Of course, there's no, like, civilization anywhere. It's all just, like, you know... But it's, like, it's very pretty.
Wake up. Hostiles in the area. Maneuvering to the target. Prepared to fire. Shitheads are done.
Nice shooting.
That's the stuff. All clear here. Be aware of your targets. On your toes. We got hostiles nearby. One shot, one kill.
Well, it's 2 shots, but...
All clear here.
I love when they try to throw a grenade and I shoot them. And then it's like, oh, the grenade, like, blew up on themselves. Of course, they're dead already, so it doesn't really matter. Let's see. Hey, Views, how's it going? I really don't know where any of these bad guys are. Oh, hang on.
Wake up. Hostiles in the area. All clear here.
It's hard to get used to. I had to get used to no crosshairs. I saw that as an option. Like, people would use that to, like, make it more difficult or make it more challenging, I should say. And I was like, and I tried it, and I was like, I gotta go back. And I went back, and then I went back again to no crosshairs. I was like, yeah, no, I think I dig the no crosshairs.
Moving to position. Ready, boss. Got the targets.
Got
Hold
him.
up. Got bad guys nearby.
Where? I just shot a bunch of bad guys. What are you talking about? What you talking about, Willis? Yeah, I mean, you can do the laser thing like this. This view will help show you where you're going to hit. Like, obviously that, you know, right? And same thing with your assault rifle. You can get that green laser thing, which is great. But, yeah, I don't know. I just find it more challenging without the crosshairs. I mean, here's my thing. Like we were talking about the other day. It's like, man, play how you want to play. Ultimately, it's your game. It's your character. Oh, shoot, I'm going way too far, aren't I? I can go back south. Back this way. Like I always say, it's like, man, play it however you want. If you want to play it on where you never get damaged, play it that way. If that's the most fun for you, play it that way. You bought the game, you purchased it, so play it how you like. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise.
We're pretty thin, boss. Bivouac time.
And don't listen to anybody who tries to tell you what was it? I think Views, you were saying the other day that somebody called you a noob because you were playing it on easier levels or playing it with the crosshairs and all that. It's like, man, to those people I say piss off. Don't tell people how to play the game. Let them play it how they want to play it. I've seen people where, like, veteran video game players, they will play a game on super easy mode, like story mode or something. I forget exactly.
On your toes. Got hostiles nearby.
Got him. Oh, sorry about the boat, guys. Ooh, loot crate. Yeah. But yeah, I've heard of veteran video game players who are like, yeah, I'm gonna play it on super easy mode because I just want to experience the story of the game. Like, they're not as interested in, you know, the difficulty of the game and all that. They just want to play the game. They just want to have the story and stuff. So, yeah. I can appreciate when somebody says, oh man, but it's more fun if you play it more difficulty settings. That's fine. I mean, you can certainly advise people and say, hey, it's a lot more fun. You should try it. But ultimately, play it how you want to play it, man. I mean, I turn down the settings sometimes because I'm like, okay, the area I'm going into is super difficult. And I'll add my 3 AI teammates, and I'll do all that stuff. Like, yeah, because it's really difficult. Eastford, dude, how the hell are you, man? Are you feeling better? I'm hoping. I saw you were streaming a little bit the other day, or a couple times the other day. So you must be feeling a little bit better. Are you like me and still still doing that? It's been like a month since I got sick. I wasn't even really that sick. I'm still kind of. Maybe it's just because it's the morning. I'm phlegmy. Okay, I need to go maybe kind of over this way. What's up, my kill count? Good, man. I'm glad you're feeling better, dude. That's miserable. You guys, I don't know if y'all know, but Eastford was, man, he was so sick a couple weeks ago. Just feeling like crap, and we jumped on and on voice and talked a little bit, and man, you could hear it. He was just so feeling like crap. Were y'all able to do Christmas? I know you were saying you were putting off Christmas till you got to feeling better and everything.
Be advised, hostiles are on alert. Maneuvering now, boss. Ready to go sleep. That's it. Got him.
Dang it. I knew that was going to happen.
You're not looking good.
It's no fun being sick, especially if it's like the holidays and stuff.
Who's this now? Hospitals in the area. Roger, moving. Prepared to fire. Stay low. Yeah, we're good now. We got an enemy chopper overhead. That's it.
Crap. There we go.
Excellent work.
That works.
Good kill. Down.
Man, that weapon sounds so good with this suppressor off.
Grenade reactor. Nomad,
Dang it.
need to check those wounds. Back grenade. Run. On my way to take care of you.
This is my blood pressure. I hope my blood pressure is not high. I haven't taken it in a while, but
All right.
I usually don't have any problems with my blood pressure. This guy. I don't have a saying whenever people say what's up or whatever. I don't think I have one. Okay. It wasn't suitable for the stream? Well, it depends on what it is, man. It might be. If it's lewd, maybe don't. But if it's just something... It's okay if it's somewhat R-rated. My streams are like PG-13, I feel like, you know? Like, I try not to drop the F-bomb. Every once in a while I do, because I get frustrated. But, yeah. It's bad? Okay, well, alright. I appreciate your discretion. Okay, let's see. Now, this other one I assume is going to be down this way. I got one more dude to free and one more pack thing to get. Looks like it might be over here. Yep. And where's their dude?
in.
Oh, dude, I'm so sorry, man. Can you be on your own though? Can you do your own thing? Oh man, I'm so sorry. That's that's my nightmare scenario is to get fired and then it's like, I mean, especially for us in US, it's like, oh no, there goes your insurance, you know. Can you still can you drive for yourself? Can you like
Be aware of your targets.
well, that's good, dude. I'm glad seems like you have a good attitude about it. I'd be so just like
Shoot
I'd be
it!
so distraught over something like that. Yeah, that's true, man. You know, there's always a need for truck drivers. That's the thing, man. Some people get frustrated with truck drivers and like, oh, this trucker won't get out of my way, you know, like while they're driving, and it's like, wait a minute, dude, you don't understand. Like, without truck drivers, you don't have, you know, your milk and bread or your or anything. Come on.
Got one!
Might as well go no suppressor. Yeah, that's the worst when that's where I've been really lucky, man, that every like supervisor or manager or boss or whatever that I've ever had has always been really cool. Um, I had one guy that was more of a, well, actually, I had a couple guys that were more of bosses than they were leaders, right? But other than that, yeah, it's funny how a lot of people will go, well, don't take this personally, but, and you go, well, you're just going to say something that's I'm going to take personal when you say, when you preempt it with that. I heard a thing on a movie one time uh, when somebody said, there's two characters talking, and one of them said to the other, yeah, I try not to take things personally. And she goes, everything's personal when you're a person. I was like, ah, yeah. Yeah, it's just business, not personal. That's bullcrap. Yeah, that's just an excuse for you to be rude to somebody and disrespectful and all that. And that's not nice. Don't do that.
Watch for targets.
Boom!
That's the stuff!
What the hell?
You're all banged up, Nomad. Get your ass to some cover.
Dang it.
Gonna toss a grenade.
Yeah, that's it. It's personal when you do that. Oh my gosh, my character's gonna drown. Yeah, people like to try to go, oh, you know, I didn't mean anything personal by it or whatever, and it's like, well, just because you didn't mean it doesn't mean it didn't happen.
Good as new.
It's kind of like, Shit.
Find some cover, boss. You're not looking good. Grenade! One less heavy to worry about. Solid kill.
I may not be shit, but I killed you.
Maneuvering to the target. Shitheads are done.
Thank you. Jeez Louise.
Well
Alright, put the suppressor back on. Yeah, I had a couple bosses that were just bosses and not great leaders. But other than that, I've been pretty lucky. Like the boss I have now, he's great. Very like he even called me Thursday or Friday. No, I think it was Friday. He called because he was like, "Oh, just wanting to see how it's going. You know, how'd those holidays go?" And like wanted to check up in case I needed anything. It was really great. Yeah, that's the thing. I forget where I heard that, where somebody said, "Yeah, it's kind of like that thing of anybody can be a father, but it takes somebody special to be a dad, right?" Same kind of thing with boss and leader. Um, yeah, anybody can be a boss. It takes somebody special to be a leader, right? Oh, there's the dude. Okay. Um, Same kind of deal.
Thanks. Yeah, I've got your back if you go after Harpy. Hey,
They've got the head of my squad, too. Heard they're gonna execute her. Can you help?
I'll look into it.
There's a cave northwest of Pearl Island. Oh, right there. Okay. But you know, it's one of those things too, though, Eastford. It's like, well, if that's how your boss treats people, then it's like, well, maybe it's better for you to, you know, get away from that toxic sort of work environment, you know?
You're all banged up, Nomad. Get your ass on some cover.
Kind of release. I don't have to get up at 2 a.m. every morning and don't have to put up with this bullshit. Yeah, that's the thing where, like, so my site that I used to be at, when they renewed their contract, they didn't want me there anymore, and it sucked. But it was like, you know, it's kind of better. I mean, I'm at a much better area now anyway. Find somebody else to drive for. Yeah, somebody who's nicer and not a jerk. But yeah, it's Um, you just hope that it happened for a reason and that you'll be in a better place afterward, you know, like it'll turn out for the best, you know, but it's hard to see it in the moment if it's going to be better or not. You just have to hope that, hey, maybe this is better. This is, I hate to say the whole happened for a reason thing, but hopefully it'll end up being for the better, you know?
Remember to use your silencer if you want it. Enemy is aware of our presence.
Oops. Okay, make sure the suppressors are on.
Activating night vision goggles.
Can you drive for yourself though, Eastford? Do you have? How does that work there in Canada? Are you able to? It's so funny that thing keeps coming up. Uh, how does that work in Canada? Are you able to drive for yourself if you wanted to? Like independent like contractor thing? I would think that'd be the best thing. Dang it, I don't like that this does not match here. Eastford said, it is what it is at this point. I'll just move on, find myself to strive for. I don't ask much. Be somewhat professional, respectful. I'm hired to move freight, not to be someone they can lash out to whenever the Napoleon syndrome takes over. Yeah. Let me reload my page here. I don't know if it'll affect this, but I could, but then I have to restart my company. I shut down.
Target's behind cover. Maneuver element. Push up.
Shit, yeah.
Cover fire. Moving. Target lost. Need visual confirmation of last known position. Threat remains. Moving to last known position.
Sounds like it would be good if you could have your own company, but then the only problem with that kind of stuff that I've seen, like doing freelance, like even for me, the idea of doing freelance just all the time would be great. But then you don't have like.
Damn happy you came along. You go up against Harpy, I'll send reinforcements.
Good.
All right, thanks.
We'll need it.
Is that you don't get like a wage. It's not like, oh, cool, you can just like, ooh, obsidian, by the way. You get paid what you get paid. Like for me, where I work, I get paid 40 hours, you know, every week, no matter what. Well, if I was doing freelance, it's like, well, I only get paid what I bring in, you know. So you have a little more responsibility there. But sometimes the independence can be worth it, you know. If to have that independence can be worth it. Of course, the other problem for here in the States is, well, you have to have your own insurance, like health insurance. Like you're gonna have to just pay for it yourself,
Switching to night
and that sucks sometimes. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, having your own company, it's 24/7. Like sometimes I think, man, I would love to do freelance. I would love to just have my own design, not firm, but design company, you know, and work from home. Like, oh, that'd be great. But I know myself well enough that I'd probably be like, it'd be 7 o'clock at night. I'd go, oh, let me go work on that one thing real quick for that one client. Let me just email them real quick the updated proof. And it'd be like, no, you should have your hours, and then you cheese off and you have your own time and all that. So I'd probably be terrible with that. The main thing for for me, at least for me in the States here, because of insurance, it's like that's the hardest thing. Is, oh, you don't have insurance. Yeah, you have to do. Yeah, you have your own freight broker. Yeah, and you have to find good paying freight to move, etc. Yeah. Whereas if you have a company, all that stuff's already established. You don't have to worry about it as much. Yeah. I would love to do my own freelance um, graphic design and stuff, and not have to, and work from home. Yeah, y'all have a universal health care, so that's a huge plus. I'm gonna go over here. Unfortunately, we don't have that here, so I'd have to carry my own insurance, which would, man, it would suck.
Heads up. Hostiles are looking for us. Watch your fire. We got civilians. That's the stuff.
Got him. Got him. I'm gonna see if I can make a couple of deals real quick. Oh, okay. You're gonna retire after 4 years? Dude, that's great. Oh good, I got a bunch more of these. I don't know when I might retire. Um, yeah, we can retire it. Well, I guess you could. I think you can retire pretty much any time. It's just a matter of like, do you have the money to support yourself and, you know, have health insurance and I don't know, whatever. Um, so yeah, I don't know when I don't know when or if I'll ever retire. I'd love to. I'd love to retire like tomorrow. I have a CDL for 40 years. Wow. Okay, this way. Yeah, me and my wife always talk about, well, we just need to win the lottery, the Texas lottery, and then we can retire. Yeah, that's the thing that's great. You don't have to worry about healthcare. As I understand it, there are some drawbacks, like, oh wait, hang on.
Shit. Move into cover.
Enemies alert. Stay quiet.
Damn.
Activating night vision.
Sweet shot, Ghost Lead.
When I win, you will. Okay. What's funny for us, uh, I think about winning the lottery and I go, I don't want to win the lottery because I want to buy a boat or have some fancy car, or some big fancy house, or whatever. Like, no, I think about how I'd love to be able to pay off my debts and um, pay off my debts and pay to repair stuff around the house. You know, update stuff around the house. Um, get a brand new car for both me and Sarah. You know, that's what I think about.
Nomad. The base is swarming.
I got all the jammers I could gather. The base is huge.
Yeah, range won't be enough. But if you can get to that antenna without being spotted, we could amplify the signal. Should be enough with the jammers you already have.
Consider it done.
This testing zone area is really hard. But if they don't have a behemoth in the middle, then we're good. It's not as difficult. Oh man, I gotta go up there. The behemoth is what makes this area really difficult.
Scanning the location.
We'll get a much better look at them.
Stay vigilant. Many hostiles on scan. Scanning the area.
Okay. Let's see what we got here.
Be advised. Hostiles are excellent work.
Ah! Wait, hang on, Iceberg. Wait, let me do this. And then let me go to this. Hang on a second. There we go. Okay. Yeah, man, I'm glad you're feeling better, dude.
I'm kind of recovered. Like, my wife got hit bad, though.
Yeah.
I had, well, we both had COVID back in 2020. And this shit, it hit me harder than it did back then. I knew something was wrong.
Yeah.
Because I had the exact same chills, like, painful chills. Like, you know, all you can do is fucking shiver, and it's painful. Your joints hurt, and too
And
fatigued to make any, like, to cook for Christmas.
yeah,
We didn't have any taste buds alive either, so didn't taste nothing. But it is what it is. Like, fuck, I survived it. So
yeah.
my
I mean,
wife,
that's the main thing.
yesterday was the first day she went outside the house.
Wow.
And she got her voice back, so which is good, but kinda not good because with her having her voice back, that also means she can yell at me, and that's not good.
I knew you. I could see that joke coming from a mile away.
Uh-huh.
As soon as you said it's kind of good but kind of bad, I was like, oh, okay, here we go. Here goes the
Uh-huh.
here goes the joke.
Oh, that job thing, dude. Like, okay, I have a few main principle in life. Okay,
Yeah,
one of them is that I will hold you accountable for how you treat me. And if you use a position of power to intimidate or bully into submission, we're gonna end up squaring off and settle scores, right?
yeah,
So here's the deal. Last summer I went down to 4 days a week instead of 5 days a week, right?
mm,
I had every Monday off. Then I got a letter now saying that, well, if we tell you by 2 p.m. on a Friday, that's usually when I end my shift on a Friday, right?
yeah.
If we tell you that, then you have to work on Monday, and it's not optional. Like in the letter, the wording in the letter stated that if we give you notice, then we expect you to accept it, and it will, and we can possibly resume Mondays off in March, 3 months from now, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, 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 no. I'm supposed to be given the option. That was the agreement, right?
Well, and also if they have you work after 2 o'clock, aren't you into overtime?
Oh yeah.
And overtime is, well, I mean, I don't know how it is
Well,
there, but here in the
after
states, it's like
eight
that's
hours,
optional.
yeah, after 8 hours, I'm entitled to overtime.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's right. Of course, right.
Yeah. So, but either way, that is a unscheduled day. That's my day off, right? But they expect me to drop, like, if they tell me on Friday, if they tell me before I go home on Friday, that means I have any Monday commitments, I have to cancel.
Yeah, the
But
idea
that's
should be
that's the
that.
whole point of me working 4 days a week, right? So I open up a day, so I have four commitments. Like if I need to go to doctors and this, that, the other, right?
That's the main thing. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But here's the kicker, though. When you start yelling at me, and you start saying shit like, "Don't make me yell at you," and I tell you, there's not gonna be no yelling. You're gonna behave. But because you're on the phone, and now you're starting to beak off, I hold you accountable. So it escalated, right? And he's like, oh, well, then you might as well find something else. Okay, fine. I show up to park my truck, and terminal manager comes out with his clipboard, and he's like, did you just quit? And I'm like, no. Well, because boss man called and said you quit. I'm like, I didn't quit. So I called him up again while terminal manager was there to confirm that he fired me. Then he's backtracking, whatever, and then he starts yelling again. Even though I told him, you
Jeez.
gotta remain a little bit professional. I told him, listen, dude, um, if you're gonna yell at me like that, like I'm a fucking teenager, you and I are gonna square off in the fucking yard, and we're gonna settle scores, because that is unacceptable. Oh, you're threatening me? No, I'm not threatening you. I'm telling you what's gonna happen if you keep on fucking yelling at me like I'm a teenager.
Yeah.
It's not a fucking threat. And then I don't know, it fucking escalated. And he knows I will fucking outright kill the, like, so he's yelling on the phone and then he hangs up. And he knows that if he would have done that face to face, we would square up and settle the scores.
Is
Good, right?
well, some businesses are like that. Like they cause an offense, you call them out on the offense, and then they don't want to ever like they kind of go. I've had this happen before where people will cause an offense and then you call them out on it, but at no point do they go, "Hey, I'm sorry, that's not what I meant."
Exactly.
And then get
down
back to it,
because
and then
they're
get back.
hotheads, right?
Well, it's like instead of apologizing and then saying, "Okay, let's get back to what we were talking about," Monday you
Yeah.
need to come in, blah blah blah, whatever. They don't want to apologize for what they just did. So it's like, well, no, 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 you can't act like, well, no, you just have to do what I say, and back to what I was talking about. Like, no, 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 you need to address your rudeness, your disrespect.
Yeah.
Address that first, and then maybe I'll calm down a little bit too, and we can actually talk about this like adults. But you can't just
No.
like cause offense and not say anything about it,
Well, and then it's the notion that you're in the fucking wrong for not
Yeah.
putting up with it, like, for not accepting being verbally abused. It's like,
Right.
listen, I told him, like, you gotta stop being verbally abused, because otherwise this is going like sideways.
Yeah.
Then he's scoffing at me. I was verbally abused. It's like, no, you just didn't do that.
Yeah, it's like
You
I have power over you,
fuck,
so I don't have to apologize. I don't have to.
it's the notion that because you are an employer that you can somehow treat everybody as shit. And here's the
Yeah.
thing though, within the last year he lost probably over 100 years of experience in drivers.
Mm.
He picks on one until they quit, and then he picks on the next one until they quit. And like we're talking guys that's been there like 10 years, 20 years, 25 years.
Yeah.
And it's like you don't see the common denominator in all this.
Yeah. If you have a high turnover rate, at some point, can you not go, hey, maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the reason why I have a high turnover rate.
Yeah. Maybe there's a reason why guys that's been there for 25 years and never get any acknowledgement other than being picked on
Yeah.
finally snaps and leave.
That's where whenever I have a disagreement with somebody or something, not even necessarily a disagreement with somebody, but just anything that goes wrong, I kind of I usually first thing I look at is maybe I messed up somewhere. Maybe I did something wrong, you know.
Yeah.
But this employer for you, it sounds like he's never been that
Well,
introspective,
no, he forgot where he came from.
Yeah.
I talked to others, like people that don't work for the company, they work for a different company, will pick up shit. And then, like Todd at Westbrook, he's like, well, I know him for 37 years. And he completely forgot where he came from. He
Yeah.
cares about now is this $3 million home in Arizona and fucking golf courses.
Yeah.
So we are basically working for him to have that. We're paying it, right? By generating revenue. So, oh man, I'm usually easygoing in that sense. Like as long as you leave me alone to do my job, well, I'll do my job and I do it real fucking well. But as soon as you start pushing and being belligerent and you don't listen when I tell you to knock it off, because I will fucking make you knock it off, right? I can only give you so much before it goes sideways, and they still don't want to listen.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm assuming a lot of your coworkers, as it were, have that same sort of reaction to that stuff. So it's like, dude, you
Well,
need to
no
learn how
one
to talk
likes
to your
to be
truckers.
no one likes to be walked all over.
Yeah.
And like just a couple of months ago, he fired Sam. Sam's been there for 10 years, man.
Wow.
And it's the same bullshit. If you don't do as I say, he's fucking fired, blah, blah, blah. It's like, what the fuck, man?
That
But I
sucks,
know,
dude.
every now and then you run into those guys. They have like a Napoleon, small man syndrome.
Yeah.
They use their position of power to get it their way because somehow they think that they have qualified immunity because they're employers.
Right.
But it's like no, no. If you're making it personal, it doesn't matter that you're my employer. You just you're no different than some mouthy cunt off the street coming straight up and beaking off.
Yeah.
Like you can't behave like that and expect to get away with it. When you call them on the bullshit, that's when they go, "You're fired." You know.
The main
Mr.
thing I think
Ross,
about the main thing
defense.
I the main thing I think about with bosses is like you have to understand that you have more responsibility to your employees than they do to you. Like,
Mm,
yeah, you're in a position of power and authority, but that just means that you have responsibility. Like the reason why you have
right.
power and authority is because you need to handle responsibilities.
Oh, what's just woke I'm making calls. Jesus.
Now you're in trouble. You woke up your wife.
Yeah, she said your deep voice. I could hear your deep voice. You woke me up. And I got my voice back. So.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I can't even
No,
imagine,
but
dude.
it is what it is. Like when you look at work life in general, as long as your employers or the company you work for treat you fair and square,
Yeah.
you don't have problems with that, right?
Yeah.
But when they start doing the you nothing line, you work for me, therefore I can treat you like a slave, I can treat you like I own you, you belong to me bullshit,
Yeah.
that's when shit goes sideways real fast, and that's when you get like people going postal and what have you not, right? People don't like you got the ones that put up with it. It's either out of necessity or whatever, right? And then you have the ones that don't. But the majority will put up with it because, well, I need a job or this, that, the other. They're
Yeah.
somehow dependent. But the second you're not dependent, nothing really matters. But that's me. I've always been like that my entire fucking life, right?
Yeah.
I don't like bullies. I don't put up with bullies. To me, it makes absolutely no difference if you're an employer, employee. You're a bully. You're a bully.
Yeah.
That's just how it is. Nah, I'll find something. I'm a
Yeah.
trucker. It's not
That,
like
like
I
you
don't
say,
move freight.
that's always needed. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I always,
Farmers and truckers.
like I was saying earlier, it's like I always try to remember if I'm stuck in traffic and I'm stuck behind a big rig, I kind of try to remember like I can't. You got to stay patient because we're all trying to get to our destination, but also, hey, these trucks they're the lifeline of moving freight. I mean,
Well,
if
it's
without
not
them,
only that, but
you don't
every
have
time you see a
gas, you don't
truck on the
have
road, that's a guy at work in the
yeah,
middle of the fucking night,
yeah,
shit early morning. Like, yeah, we try to get places too because we have deadlines, but we're still working,
yeah.
and it's
But the idea of
annoying.
like if without these trucks on the road, you don't have your milk and your bread at the grocery store. You don't have your
Well,
your
you don't have
Amazon packages, whatever, all that
your
kind of
life
stuff.
necessities are. If we don't move your life necessities,
Yeah,
you'll be starving, you'll be freezing, you'll be. It's like I'm not saying we're fucking gods and should get away with shit,
yeah,
but you have to remember the purpose why there is a fucking semi on the road.
yeah,
We're not there just to cause traffic jams and fuck with your day,
yeah.
you know?
And you have to remember, like with trucks, because they are large, they require a lot of power to get going and a lot of power to stop, and they can't move very quickly. And that's just, you just got to be patient and, you know,
Yeah,
chill.
and we'll get out of your way as soon as we can, right? It's not
Yeah, yeah.
like I'm driving down the road doing like 20 miles an hour, blocking lanes because I want to be a dick about it. No,
Right,
yeah.
right, right.
I'm trying to get somewhere.
Yeah, you're not doing it because you're having fun. Like no, like you
Mm.
say, hey, I'm at work, man.
But
But like I say,
I guess,
hopefully whatever you find will be way better than what you had. You know.
yeah, I used to have my own trucking company. I shut it down right before COVID. Um, Run my own trucks, but it's a 24/7 job because
Yeah.
now I'm doing like 70 hours of driving or on duty per week. And the time I'm not driving, I'm doing truck maintenance, I'm doing billing, I'm doing invoicing. Like, you never get off. You don't have time off.
Yeah, all that stuff that you used to, or rather, all that stuff that like a secretary or whoever would take care of, that's all
You
you.
have to take care of, yes.
You have to
Plus,
do everything.
you gotta find the freight. So you either go on a freight broker, you use a load board, or you contract with the company. Um, like it's a lot more in play than most people think it is. And it's like, oh yeah, you just sit on your ass and drive. No, I run a fucking company,
Yeah.
and especially if you have like more than one truck, you gotta find freight for the other trucks too, right?
That's what I think of when I think about like, oh, I would love to have my own freelance, just doing stuff. But it's like, oh man, but then I got to do everything. Like I
Yeah,
can't just, you
and
know,
you also have to do all the things that people never think about. Like you said, just you are your own secretary, you are your own like
bookkeeper,
yeah.
all that.
It's fucking it takes up so much of your life. I was doing that, and then I was like, "Oh, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I am letting life bypass me because I am stuck in this. I gotta make money cycle, right?
Yeah.
And if you go bankrupt, well, you're fucked. Now
Freelance
you
can
lost
be great
everything.
because you make your own hours, you're your own boss, all that kind of stuff. It's
Yeah,
like, yeah, but there's so many things that'd be great if it was automated that you didn't have to take care of. For like I say, for us in the U.S., the biggest thing is insurance. You have to carry your
mm,
own insurance.
yeah,
That's a pain.
liabilities, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I like the fact that at least up here, yeah, okay, universal healthcare. Like it's not like this shiny fucking beacon like people tend to think it is, but it guarantees you healthcare. It guarantees me that if I slip on the ice and I break my fucking leg, I will get a
Yeah.
fucking ambulance. They will take me to the hospital, fix me up, kick me out, and I'm not gonna have a $50,000 bill to pay.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
And
yeah,
you're and as I understand, taxes are higher, but you go, yeah, but you don't have to
yeah, but
carry your own insurance.
how much tax do you pay, roughly,
You know
on
what?
the
I'm not really
income?
sure what my tax rate is. I know our sales tax is like what 8.25 or something like that.
No,
I
sales
forget.
tax. No, but like your income tax.
Yeah, I'm not even sure how much I paid last year. Or
My income tax on average is probably less than 30%.
yeah,
And that covers employment insurance. So when you lose your job or whatever, you can go and claim uh, unemployment pay, right?
yeah,
For like 80 weeks or whatever. But it covers absolutely everything, and that includes your healthcare.
yeah.
So so you make okay, say your take home is 20, 2000 something, but your gross is almost 3000. But that thousand or whatever covers everything.
Yeah.
Your pension, they draw your pension from it. That's your
Oh wow, I didn't
CPP.
even realize that. Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah, so they'll draw your CPP, Canada Pension Plan, EI, like all that shit comes off your taxes, so you don't really feel it. Like it's when you get paid your take home pay, everything has been deducted. this is what you make, but then everything is paid off.
Yeah. Well, I mean, whenever we look at, so here in the States, when we pay, like when I'm paying my medical insurance, it's like there's so much I pay, like my premium that comes out of my paycheck every week, every 2 weeks. But then
Yeah.
also you pay when you have to go to the doctor. Like if I go and get just a year, or I think I'd go twice a year for like physical and all that stuff, and I'm usually paying 80 to $100 every time. So it's like, well,
Oh, we don't. If I
yeah,
go to a doctor, say like if I had to go to a doctor, and oh, because I got no shingles. Remember I had shingles?
right, right, right. That didn't cost you
Okay.
anything.
No, it didn't cost me shit. So how I discovered I had shingles, like it felt like toothache at first. I went to the dentist,
Oh, that's interesting.
and the dentist had a look inside my mouth, and they're like, "No, no, 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 you need to go and see a fucking doctor." Like yesterday, I'm like, "What? Why?" Because you got shingles. It's like, how the fuck do you know? I can see it inside your mouth. So I went to the doctor. Alberta Healthcare pay for that. Any doctor visit.
Well, and also, how many days were you in the hospital?
Oh fuck, couple.
Yeah, here in the
I don't
states,
get
that
billed
would
for
have cost
that.
you like 20 grand probably.
Oh fuck no.
Yeah,
That's all paid for Alberta Healthcare.
yeah,
Uh, so I have a Alberta Healthcare number. That's all I have to give them. We all have a healthcare number. Doesn't matter if you work or whatever, right? Even
yeah,
as unemployed, because like people, well, socialism, fucking communism, is like no, no, no. Here's the thing how it works. Everybody pays into it, and the more unfortunate ones who don't have a job or whatever, they'll reach the benefits because we all pay for it as a community, or call it what you want. That when the need arises, we draw from it.
yeah,
So people who need medical attention, they don't they don't go because they can't afford it. They go because it is paid for. You guarantee the minimum. Yeah, you might not get cosmetic surgeries and shit like that covered. Like if a chick wants a boob job just because, that's not
yeah.
covered.
Well, that's the thing. It's like you go, well, that's not going to be covered, but it would still be comparable to what you'd pay if you didn't have universal health care.
Mm.
So it's not
But
like you know, like I say, I just think about you go, okay, your taxes are higher, but you're paying so much for insurance anyway, and then if something does happen, like you get shingles and you're put in the hospital, you're gonna have to pay for all of that. Your insurance is not
yeah,
gonna pay for that.
just grab the old paycheck here. So the deductions, EI, which is employment insurance,
Mm,
that's coming off my pay. CPP, which is Canada Pension Plan, comes off.
mm,
Income tax comes off. That's it. That's all they deduct from my pay stub, right?
yeah,
So let's see, what's this pay stub? So $1,918 take home. Out of that, I paid $425 in income tax. So my gross is 2,300. So about 4, 5, so $600. So 1,856 plus 598. That's my income gross, and my take home is 1,900. So
yeah.
about $600 out of 2,600 bucks basically.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
But a lot of people think that it's so expensive that, well, you pay so much in taxes. We don't really. Like, if you look at what they deduct, it's not really that much, but it's enough to make sure that we have roads to drive on, that we have
Sure.
life necessities, and especially because I know in the U.S. it's coming out of your pocket if you don't have health insurance and you want to
Oh
go
yeah.
and remove your fucking tonsil. That's a $50,000 job, right?
Yeah, it's certain things where you just go if you well that's why it's always like you try to do preventative stuff so much when you're if you live in the States because you go well if you don't keep up with preventative stuff and you do get sick, yeah, it could
Oh, I can
bankrupt
see
you.
that.
It could
I can
bankrupt
see
you.
that. Yeah. Well,
So
even something like cancer, right?
yeah. Oh my God.
If you get cancer, at least here with Alberta healthcare, cancer treatment is paid for.
Yeah.
The government pays that.
Yeah.
You know, like in Calgary, just outside of where I live, they have Tom Barker Cancer Center. They got it's one of the biggest cancer centers in Alberta, and they have a heart surgeon department or whatever. Same thing, but it's all paid for. If you should be unfortunate enough to get cancer
Yeah.
or some sort of fucking heart disease or whatever, um, if you need a transplant, it's paid for.
Yeah.
But everybody pays into the pot, and because obviously we're not going, they're not all going to need medical assistance at the same time.
Right. Right.
You know, so it's just a better system, in my opinion, because as soon as you privatize hospitals, it's a for-profit business now, right? And
Yeah.
that's why they can charge insurance companies more money. It's like, oh, well, we use two Advils and a few cotton balls, but we want $54 for the cotton balls and $75 for the Advils. It's like,
The crazy thing, this is to me the craziest thing about American health insurance is that people worry about having to call for an ambulance or whatever, say they feel like they're having a heart attack.
yeah,
The first thing they think about is I don't want to call an ambulance because it's it's going to be I'm not going to be able to afford care, or I'm going
yeah,
to go into debt so drastically that I'm going to hesitate before calling it for an ambulance.
yeah, I can see that.
That should not be the way it is. That's
Well,
crazy.
that and um, they feel something is going on with their body, but I don't want to go to the doctor yet because uh, I can live with it, but it's costing, it's expensive, right?
Yeah.
And then you get to a point of no return where you have like you have to go. But then again, you also at the like if you got like gangrene or whatever, right? So now you're at the point, well, it's going to cost me this much to treat it because it's going to cost this much to amputate it.
Yeah.
Like,
But
what can I afford?
that's the thing that
It's
you have
getting
to
too
kind of
much.
go. Well, you have to weigh what's affordable versus your staying alive. Like what's the minimum
Yeah,
I can what's the most I can afford that will keep me alive the most? Like you shouldn't have to make those decisions. It should be about hey, here's what's wrong with you, here's what you need, and we'll take care of you. You know.
I see. I'm used to the same kind of system in Norway
Hmm.
because that's what I grew up with, right? That it's universal healthcare, and when I moved to Canada, it's nothing different to me because I know it's coming out of my taxes and like it's for the betterment of everybody, you know, because it's not privatized, so I don't have to pay for private insurance because like the medical field is a for-profit business. You know, it's the same fucking thing with prisons, right? The prison system in the US is privatized,
Yeah.
and they charge the government, the state or whatever, X dollars for each inmate, like food, this, that. So it goes to the lowest bidder, but it's still for profit, right?
Yeah.
And it opens up for abuse too, right? The more people who can keep in prison, the more money they make. It's just, I don't know, it's just a crazy world we live in.
It's one of those things where it's like I don't know what the answer is. I just know that for me, for right now, and my wife too, like as much as we can, we just try to stay healthy so we don't have to worry about, you
Yeah,
know,
exactly.
yeah,
Well, you put more emphasis and importance on your health, preventive health care,
yeah, preventative, yeah,
because you don't want to end up in a situation where it's going to cost you your house.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah, definitely, dude.
But fuck, all credit to you for making it that way. That's
Yeah.
got to be hard. You find a company that has a position in Canada. Canada, see?
I've talked about it because my buddy Richard, they I don't think they grew up. I think he did a lot of his growing up in Canada, but like his mom is she was born in UK. She's an American citizen now. His sister was born in Holland, but she's an American citizen now. My buddy Richard
Mm.
is uh, resident alien, I think. Um, but we talked about that. Like, hey, you guys have friends in Canada, so if you guys end up moving up there, maybe we'll have you take us with you. I
Oh,
joke I
man.
joke about that though because it's like all my family's here. I don't think I could move to Canada. Not just me and my wife. That she has her family here as well. So it's like, well, everyone would have to move to Canada.
Yeah. No, it's like I think a lot of people think of Canada as well. I think it has an unfair reputation because it is what's the word? A social democracy. Is
Yeah.
is it's is what it is here. But people was like, oh, they're communists, they're socialists, and it's like
Oh my
I don't
gosh.
think people understand the concept and the meaning of that word.
You know
They'll
what it
just
is?
throw it
I
out.
think I think people get communist mixed up with socialist. It's like it's not the
Yeah,
same thing,
exactly.
man. It ain't the same thing.
Exactly. And then you also have the difference between a social democracy.
Yeah.
Like people don't understand how that works,
Well, and people
and they
don't
say like,
understand.
"Oh, you're communists."
I mean, and I'm not saying like I'm super pro socialist or whatever, but at the same time, you go, well, it's a socialist agenda that got us the 40-hour work week.
Hmm.
You know, the fact that you're able to have a 401k and retirement and all that kind of stuff, you go, well, you wouldn't have that normally. So, don't confuse it with communism. Know what you're talking about. So I
Yeah,
think that's the thing
but
is a lot
I
of people
think a
get that
lot of people
confused.
just like they don't understand fully the different concepts of like communism, socialism, social democracies, and shit like that. They lump anything into the box they call communism, right? Oh, the government wants to decide and blah blah blah. You only get like the government has full control, like fucking Russia or China, right? It's like it's not like that,
Yeah.
you know. But yeah,
Here we
I
go.
don't know,
Here's
man.
here's a here's a thing I found. I just did a quick Google search. Communism eliminates private property in the hopes of creating equality. Socialism seeks greater equality by creating more equal distribution of wealth. So I think that's the thing. People think socialism is going to take away private property, and that's not
Yeah. Well,
that's
that
not
and
the
a
same
lot of
thing.
people are of the opinion, why should I pay for someone else?
Yeah, until they themselves need help.
Yeah, but it's like
Yeah,
a lot of people say, I don't have kids anymore. Why should I pay for schooling? I don't give a fuck, blah, blah, blah. It's like, yeah, but it's for the betterment of your society.
yeah,
It's a betterment of the society when your society is educated. That you
Yeah, I
know
mean,
that.
I pay like my taxes go to schools and all that kind of stuff, and
Hmm.
you go, yeah, I bristle at anybody who's like, well, I don't want to have to pay for National Endowment of Arts because I don't agree with some of the art that is produced. You go,
Yeah.
you don't get to pick and choose, man. That's not how it works. And
No, it's
plus,
for
you're
the
kind
betterment
of,
for everybody. That's the concept. That it's
yeah,
supposed to be for everybody, so we take care of each other, right?
yeah.
But
Well,
I
and
don't
like I
know.
say, those same people, they bristle at that, but then when they themselves are in trouble, well, now they want the social programs, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, well,
Now they think the government should help me. The government should pay for this.
right, right. Well, like you talked about before, like with even just with roads, you go,
Mm,
so do you not think the roads should be upkept and bridges replaced when they start falling apart? Like, who's going to pay for
exactly.
that, you know?
Well, then they're of the opinion that anyone who drives there should pay for it.
Yeah,
And yeah, well, that's not how an interstate works.
yeah, right.
Everybody pays into it. Otherwise, we don't have roads. You don't have a road that a truck can drive on, so you can get food. How about that?
And with the United States, you know, we do some of our taxes may go to funding other states because it's a federal
Mm.
thing. So you go, well, yeah, that's kind of how that works, you know, like if
Oh,
there's
that's
a hurricane coming through Florida, then you're going to have federal
they need
funding come
help.
from to help them. Yeah, to help them. So that's just how that goes.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, we got because the oil in Alberta. Alberta is kind of like Canada's Texas.
mm,
Oil and cattle is big, big.
right,
But the oil money that gets sucked out of Alberta get distributed to the rest of the country on um,
right,
um, the don't have provinces will get money from the have provinces
right.
because it benefits the country, right? So all the billions of dollars that is being generated from oil in Alberta is being distributed to the other provinces so they can keep up their infrastructure and so on and
Yeah.
so on.
I think the people who are not fans of stuff like that, it's because they are ignorant and short-sighted.
Well, that and they're so into you don't get to have it because you didn't work for it.
Yeah.
Like it's a very selfish mindset.
Yeah.
Like, fuck. Look at the times we're living in, though. It's like that just about everywhere. Every fucking country has their issues. Just pick an
People are like that.
issue. But yeah, I enjoy these little chats we have, James.
Oh yeah, man, definitely.
Because well, it's point of views, opinions, and like you know, it's it's nice to talk to someone who has educated opinions about shit, not just ranting off some ignorant bullshit they read somewhere on the internet. You know,
Well, I try to if I'm not sure or even things that I think that I know, I try to go, well, as I understand it, this is how it is,
yeah.
right? Because I might not understand it quite right. So I try not
And
to be like,
then you
I know
take
this
the
for a
time to look
fact.
it up, right?
Yeah, or look it up. Like, I mean, my gosh, here's the thing.
Like
This
you
is
just did, right?
a,
You
yeah,
just
exactly.
looked up communism versus
Right.
okay. You see, like there are people who won't even look it up, but they still have this rock solid opinion about something because they heard something or they
Yeah.
saw a blurb on internet about it, and
Yeah.
therefore it is.
It's funny that we have such incredible access to information and all that kind of, you can Google search anything. And
Yeah.
yet people seem to kind of forget that they have access to that. I mean, it's funny, man. Me and Sarah will be hanging around and we'll be talking and we'll go, oh, who was in that one movie? What was that one actor's name? And we're like, what was his name? And
Let's
like,
Google
and
it.
we're like, duh, we have an internet movie database if we want to look stuff like that up. Or times that you
Yep.
go, I remember one time we were like, yeah, man, how old is Harrison Ford now? Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know. I think he's like 80 or something. And then we're like, you can ask Siri, like,
Yeah. Google
Siri,
it.
how old is Harrison Ford?
But
Harrison
it's
Ford is
also
82 years old.
He's
see
82.
there you
So
go.
yeah,
But and people don't have um, they don't look at uh, the source. So when they see something on the internet, uh, they read something. Oh, I saw it on the internet. Yeah, you saw it on the Onion, satirical webpage.
well, there's a lot
You
of
gotta look
confirmation bias.
where's the source? Like, what is the source for the statements? You have to look and be somewhat critical to. People always say, "Well, it's on Wikipedia." Everybody can change stuff on Wikipedia. Yes, you
Well,
can.
it's in fact
But
we were
is the
watching
source
a
credit?
yeah we were watching a movie last night and they talked about confirmation bias where people have an opinion already and so they search for maybe they do
Oh,
use the internet but they're using sources that will only reinforce what they already know. And you
yeah.
go, well, that's not, like you said, that's not critical thinking. That's confirmation bias. You're just looking up the same, like, you're not
I'm
trying to
gonna send you
figure
a
it out.
link. Um, I'm gonna send you a link to a really good movie, um, or a documentary.
Mm.
It's about the rise of how Facebook and Google, how they control. Like, it's eye-opening to me. It is like it's fucking.
I think I might know which one you're talking about, but send it anyway, because I think I
It
know which one
it
you're talking about.
I think, what the fuck was it called? I gotta look into my fucking save files here because it makes you think. You know, like it opens your eyes and go like, what the fuck? For real? That's what they do?
Yeah.
But oh fuck, where the fuck is it? I know I saved it in my watch later list on YouTube. But it shows when in the beginning of internet how internet has become everything and how easy it is them to control the way you think, the way you like, even to some extent the way you vote. You know,
Yeah.
it's like what the fuck. That's when you realize the power of social media and internet. Let's see. I posted it on my Facebook every now and then. Telling people just spend the time when you have the time, have a look at it, and then form your opinion about it. Look more into it. You doubt something in the documentary, and look at it, if there's any truth or weight to what they actually are saying. You
The
know?
other thing, too, is be open to new ideas. Like, if you think something and you go, this is the truth, you go, okay, great. But be open to the fact that, well, that might change, or maybe you're wrong. You know, like, some people are so like they get offended because you're challenging what they believe and you go, well, yeah, but be open to, if you're so sure it's true and you're right, well, then you shouldn't be afraid if somebody challenges it because you can say, hey, I know that this is right. Like,
Yeah.
be open to it. You never know.
And if it's not the end of the world if you're wrong, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, okay, so you're wrong, but you can live with the fact that okay, I was wrong.
There's a thing,
But
I forget what the term is for when you have a worldview or you have an opinion on something that's so deeply ingrained, and when you figure out that you were wrong the whole time, I forget what it's called, but that I think is what a lot of people are afraid of. Is they're like their mind would just be blown if they realize that this thing that
I
they
don't know if
believed is not
this
actually
link
true.
shows up in chat.
Oh yeah, The creepy line.
Yeah. Look at, read the description, the
All
video
right.
description or whatever.
Let's see. Stunning degree to which society is manipulated by Google and Facebook and blows the lid off the remarkably subtle, hence powerful, manner in which they do it, offering first-hand accounts, scientific experience, and detailed analysis. The film examines what is at risk when these tech titans have free reign to utilize the public's most private and personal data. Yeah,
It's
I
it's like an hour long or something, but it's very, it explains more in depth what they do and what they can do, and it tells more about the people who is from the early beginning, like
yeah
the university students that came up with this, that, the other, and how they can manipulate the data into supporting whatever they want you to think, see, watch, whatever. Right? It's like how they are um, manipulating what shows up on your Google search. It's not necessarily the best um, source they will show you. It's the one that pays the most that
yeah
gets on top of the list, right?
yeah.
But it's a good documentary if you have the hour to watch it. It's a good watch.
I like those ones where they the idea of blowing the lid off of stuff with regards to stuff like that. Those are really
It
great.
makes you. I like things that make you go like the
Yeah,
song that
yeah.
way back in the day. Remember that?
Oh yeah, I
Things
remember
that
that.
make you go
That was popularized by Arsenio Hall. Had that
Yeah,
on his show. He had a segment called
yeah,
"Things That Make You Go Hmm." Yeah,
yeah. But I like things like that because it makes you think on your own. Like you have to form an opinion at some point. That's a given. But if if something being said makes you go, it's generally a good thing because it makes you think about it and you form an educated opinion about it. You know what I mean?
yeah. Here's I'll put this in the chat as well. This is on. I think this is on Amazon. I want to say this
Yeah.
documentary about. Do you ever remember the magician, the Amazing Randy?
Doesn't ring a bell right away.
James Ramsey was kind of big back in the day, escape artist and stuff like that. And then he got into where he was kind of debunking people who called themselves mind readers and stuff like that. And this documentary is about his
Oh,
life, and it's fantastic. If you have Amazon Prime, it's on there, and well,
yeah,
I
I
think you can
do.
even watch it on YouTube for like a couple bucks or whatever. That's a fantastic
Yeah.
documentary.
But at our fingertips, we have access to every possible thing
Yeah,
we want to know about or look into. And the better you are at digging, closer to the truth you'll get because
yeah.
it's you got to be critical to the source material, the um, if it's a valid source, so to speak, you know. But a lot of people just glance over that and they go like, "Oh no, I read this on some web page," not realizing that the web page they read it on is satirical. You know, it's like those rags you find in the grocery store with stories about aliens.
Helping you. Getting eyes on the area.
Good work, Jerry. So,
What you running your sound volumes at there?
Yeah, I was kind of like turning them down because I was like, you know what? It's kind of loud, but
Yeah,
maybe it's not.
I turned down. Um, you know how the bad guys, the two guys talking about their wives or whatever. but they're
Yeah.
like 50 miles down the road, and it sounds like they're yelling into your ear. So I turned the volume down for the enemy voices, and I typically run let's see, UI volume. That's the interaction sounds. Music volume, I turn that like all the way down because I play um, with the settings I do. I depend on hearing footsteps and shit like that, and the music masks a lot of it, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
And I always know when the bass is clear because I switch to my pistol and I hold the pistol with one hand. There's no threat. If I hold it with two hands, there is still threats in the area.
Oh, that's
That's
funny.
how I figured out about that.
Oh, that's funny. I still have my compass on the corner, so well
Mm.
that, and I usually run with one AI teammate so that just in case if I go down, I'm like I don't have to start completely over again.
Um,
And she'll tell me,
John
"Oh yeah,
that I
everything's
play
clear
with
now."
now, John playing the medic class now.
Hmm.
If he goes down, he can revive himself.
Yeah.
All he has to do is sit tight and wait for him to walk away from his dead body and then revive himself, you know, and then keep on going.
Yeah. Every once in a while, I think I want to play a different character, a different class, just for the heck of it, and then I go,
Mm.
"Yeah, but I really like the sharpshooter." Although I don't use
I play Panther only. Panther
the
because it allows me to get closer to them before they
yeah,
detect me. And if shit goes sideways,
you do the
it
bomb
allows
thing.
me. No, it makes me fast enough so I can run away faster and reposition. Plus the fact that Panther class makes you vanish faster.
Hmm.
So if they notice I'm shooting and they're coming after me, I can start running and flank them, and I'd be vanished. So that way they'll go to a lost team position instead of constantly tracking me no matter what, right? I vanish a lot faster.
I think
That's
I don't use the armor buster that much on the sharpshooter class, but I
oh, you
love the
don't?
sensor launcher, and I love that you get uh, some bonuses for uh, the DMR and the sniper and
Do
stuff.
you have the airstrike?
I do, but I almost never use it.
Yeah, I never use gadgets. I just use eyes and ears, none of the high tech shit. And um, there are times where I've used the launcher, just call it an airstrike. Usually I try to do it all on my own, try to figure out a way how to strategize in my head. How
Yeah,
am I gonna go about and clear this? Like I typically work perimeter first, then stragglers, and then I go into a kill and sneak around like a fucking ninja, right?
yeah,
But then again, I put enough hours into it, so
yeah. I every once
it's
in
a
a while I
good
think
game though.
maybe I should try Pathfinder, but I don't know. Pathfinder is I don't know.
Oh,
Anytime I switch to a different
that's the
class,
drone.
yeah. Anytime I go to a different class, I just go. I really still like sharpshooter though.
Mm. But like sharpshooter to me, because even as a panther, I decked out my rifle, so I'm 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 deadly accurate to 4,500, like because the bullet drop and everything just works out so well, you know.
Do you ever switch to echelon? Because that's a little panther like.
No, I don't use um like I unlocked every fucking class there is, but um I when I look at stealth in my identity, you can go in if you go into your identity, then you start scrolling into like how much stealth you have, how much
Oh
smoke,
yeah,
this, that, the other, right?
yeah.
My stealth is 100 out of 100 as a panther. So, like, I see you got your screen up. If you
Yeah, I
go
was gonna
into
say. So I'm
your
looking at my stats.
if you go into identity and then switch, there you go. And then you see it says stealth, it says assault, this, that, the other, right? Not on the playstyle page, the next one.
Oh, the
It's R1 or
under options or
not, like you see statistics. There you go, offensive. You were just in it. Go into identity, and I think it is R1 that changes your statistics.
oh, for the modifiers. Yeah. Yeah, stealth. I've got 80 out of 100, or
Yeah,
plus 80 out of 100.
yeah, I got plus 100 out of 100
Mm.
on Panther. Like when you look at all that, that's how you set up, how I set up my guns, and like I look at what do I get, because all the attachment that you put on a gun actually means something. It has some relevance to it, right?
Yeah.
So you can tweak and tweak um, all the settings so it maximizes your playstyle, which is what I like with this game. The storyline, yeah, okay, it's a little bit cheesy at times because it is,
Yeah.
but if you can um, look beyond the storyline, it's actually a really good tactical shooter game in itself. Like, now, I
I'm
know a
just.
lot of people are still shitting on this game because of how it was when it was released, and they haven't played it since then. I was like, oh, it's
Yeah.
garbage and blah blah blah. I was like, nah. With all the patches before they shut down the support, they made it a decent enough game for us to play.
I always kind of go like, hey, if you don't like it, maybe it's not for you. It's kind of whenever
Yeah,
people talk about Wildlands versus Breakpoint, it's like, hey man, it's personal preference, so it's not really. I mean, I feel like you can say both games are good or bad, but really what it is do
yeah,
you like them? Because even if it's a
yeah.
bad game, sometimes it's fun. So
Yeah.
yeah,
As long as the gameplay is good, it doesn't matter. Like, I don't care too much about cosmetics because I know a lot of people are into cosmetics. But cosmetics to me does not make a game. Gameplay makes a game. Because I don't care how goofy I look when I'm in a firefight. Because I don't look at the way I dress in a firefight. I'm looking at what's trying to kill me.
yeah,
You know what I mean? But a lot of people are just like, they should have had more cosmetics, all this airsoft shit. And it's like, dude, this isn't real.
yeah,
It's not like you can run around in your birthday suit.
yeah.
You maxed out everything in your skill tree. You got everything
Yeah, I got
maxed
all
out,
that.
right?
Well, yeah, the skill tree is maxed out. I mean, that's something that's pretty easy to max out right away. It's
Mm.
the weapon mastery that I'm still working on.
Yeah, you can, like,
I've got
um,
all my DMR stuff maxed. I'm working on the
yeah,
assault rifle next, and then I'll do sniper from there.
yeah. You can only max out 3 categories,
Yeah,
but you can restock that. You can break it down and put points on the other categories if you, like, say
yeah,
if you decide that I'm gonna be assault or something, and you max out your LMG or assault rifle and I don't know, handgun, or if you decide that shit, I'm just gonna be sniping anyway, so I'm maxing out my DMR, handgun, and submachine gun or something, right? I like
yeah,
how it offers opportunities to further customize your skills in that sense.
yeah. On my main character, I have everything maxed, but I'm like, oh, that's cool. You can just like I didn't realize that you can only have 3 of them maxed out, so I had like some points in handgun, and I was like, oh wait a minute, I can reset this and just Oh, okay, here we go. And then I had the 3 maxed out. It's like, yeah, that works a lot
Yeah,
better.
yeah. No, I think like game wise, it's a really good game. My preference is because the character movement is more fluent, weapon handling better, graphics better. It's not as cartoonish and clunky as I feel when I play Wildlands.
Mm.
That's the biggest difference to me. I know a lot of people bitch about, well, it's a dead world. It's like turn resistance on.
Yeah.
Because in Wildlands, yeah, you have people driving around, whatever, right? But they
Yeah.
never do anything. They don't attack the Unidods or whatever unless you call in supports, and then the rebels magically appears and
Yeah.
can go and help you, but you have to initiate it.
Right. Right.
In Breakpoint, you come around a corner and you try to sneak into a base, and a bunch of rebels just rolls right in the gate and start going off, right? They're picking fights left, right, center, so you never know what to
Yeah.
expect, right?
The only bad thing about that is every once in a while you're like, okay, I need to turn that off for a moment because they keep coming in
I
and
know.
and starting mess when I'm trying to do this mission. But yeah,
Well,
it's great.
it's typically like when you have to steal or destroy choppers, but you have to do it before they
Yeah.
get away, right?
Yeah, I've had
So
that.
you're running, and all of a sudden they roll up in their little Chevelle or whatever and just go ape shit on them. And Bagman jumps in the chopper and takes off. It's like, God damn it, mission failed.
Yeah.
Well, it is what it is, though.
All right, I'm going to clear out this testing zone. Luckily, there's no behemoth this time because it's not the behemoth mission.
There's a Easter egg there.
What's that?
It's okay. Um, you know, at Skell Dam, there's this little 4 by 4 foot, uh, like it's a 4 by 4 sticking up the ground with a push button on it. And when you hit that at night, it sets off fireworks over the dam.
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing.
But in the testing zone, there's also a push button, and you set that one off, and it turns into fucking Godzilla. You see the like explosions, fire. You see his shadow and shit.
Huh.
It there's a few Easter eggs spread out all in this game.
I've never seen that one. Yeah, I have to try that out.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's roughly where you are, like up high.
Yeah.
There's a push button, and there's a clock there that goes the opposite clock direction.
Hmm.
Set it off at midnight, and all of a sudden you're the wall far north of you, north of on the map there, um, gets lit up with flames and shit, and you see Godzilla's silhouette shadow just going ape shit in the background.
Oh, that's funny.
It's actually cool.
Yeah. That's the thing I
The
like
shit you
about.
stumble upon.
I like that Breakpoint can be very serious at times. And you're like, oh, you got to take out the bad guy and stealthy and whatever, and then they'll turn around and do something kind of funny. That's great. It's a
Yeah.
nice transition there.
Nah, it has a lot of cool shit though.
Yeah.
Well, that's probably why I still play the game. It's a really good game.
I mean, the idea,
There's,
dude, that it's over 5 years old now.
yeah,
Like next
well,
October, it'll be 6 years, right?
yeah, yeah. And
So,
we're still playing it, right?
and we're still playing it, yeah, and it's still fun, and it's so it's funny. Whenever I was gonna play a whole new character and just start over, I was like, I don't know if I want to start completely over again. Maybe I just want to start certain missions over again. And when I
Yeah,
did, I was like, oh man, I forgot how much fun this game is, especially in the early stages where you don't have a million different weapons. You just have like 3 to choose from or
that's
whatever. It's fun.
exactly. That's what I have a low character, the uh, no class, no skill, no HUD, no nothing. So the best I can get is a maxed out Mark One weaponry.
Oh wow.
I don't have all the things that or the perks that makes you a super soldier. I'm
Yeah.
slow as I'm walking in molasses when I'm scoped in, and
Yeah.
you know, but it makes you play the game kind of differently because you know you're no better than their grunt or whatever,
Yeah.
and it's a lot more fun that way because you got to use your brain to outthink the computer. Like, how do I do this without them seeing me and killing me on the spot, right?
I think that's definitely one of the things that makes this game better than Wildlands in that way is that you go, it's so customizable.
Yeah.
And Wildlands, you don't have as. I mean, it's been forever since I played Wildlands, but yeah, you don't have as much customization for difficulty levels.
No, and I tried going back. I just can't do it. It's not the same. It doesn't have the same attraction to me.
Yeah.
Because to me now it feels arcadey, it feels
Mm.
cartoonish to some extent, and very clunky.
Mm. I've wanted to, every once in a while I think about maybe I should jump back in there just to try it out, and I'm like, yeah, I'm with you. I don't think I could. I don't think I could. It's going backwards.
Yeah. Well, it feels like it's like you're degrading, like you're down.
Downgrading. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it just feels off because I'm so used to like everything from Breakpoint. Like the graphics are just stunning at times. You see the sunset, the sunrise.
Yeah.
Um, it's just
Well, because there's not an enhanced, like you don't get an enhanced version if you play Wildlands on PS5, right? It doesn't look any different.
yeah. No, it does on like Breakpoint on PlayStation 5 looks different because
Yeah.
now you can see the sun rays coming through clouds and shit, and like it just more.
But Wildlands doesn't have that, right? Wildlands, you're still playing it as if it's on a PS4.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's more like visually immersive. It
Hmm.
sucks you in, like it's to almost to the point of photorealism.
Yeah.
You know how like you fly a chopper skimming the water and you see the reflection of the sun,
Yeah.
like in a sunrise or sunset. It just looks gorgeous.
One day I'll get a PS5 and I'll experience that myself. Although by the
I
time I get
noticed the
around to
biggest
it,
difference, load time. You
load speed, yeah,
instantly load, like
yeah.
boom.
Because the
Because I play with
PS5,
John, he's on a PS4, and when we do co-op,
you have to
I'm
wait.
loaded in fucking 5, 10 seconds before
Yeah.
he even blips, right?
Yeah. I could have a little bit faster load speeds if I swapped out my drive on my PS4 if I swapped out with a solid state. But
Oh, probably.
yeah, so you might as well just save their money and get a PS5. So
Exactly. Even if you take your PS4, like wipe it, take it down to a GameStop and do a trade-in, at least you get something out of it, right?
yeah.
Lower your cost for a new PS5.
Well, that's my idea. Is I figure, well, at some point I'll get a PS5, and then I can sell my
Oh, the
PS4
cool
for
part
maybe a
is
couple hundred. But
I
the,
can hook up on if you I look at the PlayStation consoles as a media center, right?
mm,
I get my Apple Music on here, I get my YouTube and this, that, the other, so it works more like a media center.
yeah.
It's actually pretty cool though.
Yeah, no, that works great. For me, it's like, well, I've got it here in the back bedroom next to my computer, so it's kind of like I'm never going to use it for all that kind of stuff. But
Yeah.
yeah,
So
one day.
like I can get Apple Music, YouTube, Netflix, Prime, Disney Plus, Apple TV.
Oh yeah,
Uh, there's like a plethora, Spotify.
yeah.
You look at all
I
apps.
mean, I remember the PS3 was like that too, where it
Yeah.
was kind of made to be, like you say, like a media center, not just for video games, but for movies and everything
Yeah.
else. So yeah,
So in that sense, it's perfect, especially if if you have like I don't know if you play on your your TV, like
Yeah.
then it you get the value of the PlayStation.
Yeah, I would love. I think I. It seemed like I did that one time where I played Breakpoint on my 4K TV in the living room, and it was pretty cool. But it's like,
It is.
yeah, but I
I
feel like I want
played
to be
on. I
closer
have
to the
a
TV.
70. I got a 75-inch in the basement that I used to play on, and holy fuck! And you know
Yeah,
I play. Usually I'm half baked too, right?
yeah,
So I'm sucked right into it, and my eyes are going everywhere. And I got like a full-blown home theater sound system down there. And when shots are ringing out, it sounds like I'm being shot at. It's like, fuck me.
yeah. I've had times where I'm like, when I first boot up the game and I haven't started streaming yet, so I have, instead of having this much uh, frame space, it's like the full TV, and I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot that this is actually much
Yeah.
larger normally.
Hmm.
I could have that if I just was like, turn off the camera, turned off chat, then this would be full screen. But
Yeah, I'm playing
eh.
on a curved gaming monitor. I picked up a monitor. Um, it's a MSI 27-inch curved gaming monitor.
Yeah, I think you sent me the link for it one time when you
Yeah,
or the brand of it or whatever, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
and it actually the curvation kind of helps make it immersive. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Because you're sitting so close to it that it kind of wraps, and it's just I don't know different. Plus, it's good quality image. That also helps.
yeah, I would like to do a. I'd like to stick with the 32 inch, if for no other reason, because that's what I have now, and that's what I don't
Yeah.
want to go. I don't want to go larger than that because the swing arm that I have that I use that allows me to do this and
Are you playing in a dedicated game room in that sense, or
yeah, basically, yeah.
nice? Yeah,
I
so
mean,
you can
it's
deck it out like you can make it like Superman cave if you wanted to, right?
yeah, but I mean, it's mostly like it's basically this is a back bedroom office is kind of what it is.
Hmm.
I got the computer desk over
Yeah,
here and then shelves everywhere else.
yeah,
But yeah, I'd love to get like a gaming monitor, 32 inch 4K, high
yeah.
refresh rate and all that stuff, and then have a
Fuck, I was looking
PS5.
at Samsung has like a 49-inch curve. I'm like, what
Oh
the
my gosh.
fuck?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind having something that large, but I just don't need it.
Yeah,
32 inch, I feel like that's perfect size so I can move it around and stream, and it's
it's not
perfect.
too intrusive,
Right,
you know.
right, right. Yeah,
But because I'm fairly close to my 27-inch. Like if I
yeah,
stretch my arm out, it's just beyond my fist.
yeah. Like if I do that here, I still have like another couple feet, like right there. If I was this close, that's arms for distance, and that's too close. Especially
Yeah.
if I weren't streaming, I'd have to sit back a little bit.
If
So,
I'm doing my fingertip out, I can half an inch away from touching the monitor.
mm, yeah,
But it's a 27, so it kind of makes sense. If it would
yeah,
have been like 32, that'd be way too close to me.
yeah. And 27 is not bad. That's not a bad size.
No, no, it's decent just for gaming.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna go and have coffee with my wife now that I have woken her up from her beauty sleep.
Sounds good. I think I'm gonna clear this camp out, this zone, clear this out, and then I will do the same. Go and make breakfast for my wife because
Yeah,
it's 8:30 a.m. here right now. So by 9 I'll
yeah,
get
I
us
got
breakfast going.
7:30.
Yeah. All
But
right, man. Well, continue to feel better and good luck on the job hunting. Hopefully, like I said, you'll find something way way better.
yeah, I just need something for the next 4 years anyway. So
Right. Right.
I want to retire at 60 so I can have my remaining years, my golden years. I can actually be physically fit to do what I want to do.
Yeah. To
You know,
enjoy them. Yeah.
I don't want to work until I'm like 75 and not have the health to do anything that I want.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, totally.
but it is what it is,
Yeah.
man. Okay, I'm off. Say good morning to Sarah, and I'll catch you later, man.
Will do. Talk to you later, man. Okay, let's go and there we go. One down. Missed. I got him. Oh, now it shows up that these are good guys. Level up.
Goggles on.
Well, where is this harpy dude? Oh, there he is.
Switching to night vision.
I was about to say, who's firing? But it's this guy right here. Need more shells.
I'm with you. Good time for a live one. Enemy heavy's been terminated.
Nice. Ooh, there we go. There's the shell. I don't think I need any of these chests here, but yeah, it's always dismantle whatever's there. There we go. There's some ammo. Some credits. Let me grab this. Oh yeah, I just realized I should go where all these mini tanks were because they've got quite a bit of materials I can pick up. There's some over here, maybe? Maybe? No, these are all just rifles. I don't think there's anything else really to pick up. Yeah, I guess that's it. Okay. Let's see. Let me look up the next dude I want to take out. I guess we'll go to Cyclops. And I got to go to unread intel. Reach the Destiny Peak Bivouac, Silent Mountain. West of Peterman Mine. Destiny Peak. Destiny Peak. Okay, fast travel here. And maybe go ahead and let him brief me, and then I'll go ahead and bivouac and quit. Then I'll make breakfast for my wife and shower and shave before we go to my parents' house, visit them.
Ghost Actual, did you copy? This is Nomad. I can receive traffic on Cyclops.
Lima Charlie, Nomad. Your target is Boris Govoretsky. Cyclops is a boat arc that supervises the new stealth tech for drones. Believes in an all-powerful Russian empire. His location is unknown, but my inside source on the island intercepted a civilian distress call that indicated Cyclops was tracking them down. I'll send over the coordinates.
Got it. Need to figure out what the nut job wants with him. Nomad out.
Okay, we'll go ahead and bivouac. I'll resupply and rearm, and then I'll jump off. Shop. Get some syringes. EMP grenade. And let's see. I don't really want to purchase all these. Maybe I'll start with these first. Man, 10 grand. I'll just buy a couple of them. Alright, well, you guys, thanks for hanging out. Eastford, thank you for hanging out and chatting and everything. It was a lot of fun. And I'll probably stream again next Friday. Hopefully it'll be similar to this last Friday where I was able to stream. Well, actually, I only streamed for a couple of hours because I needed to take a nap Friday, I think. No, I tried to take a nap. I napped for like maybe 10 minutes. Just still so much going on. Hopefully this next week, next Friday will be less busy. So we'll see. The holidays are over, so, you know, it's going to be back to work as normal. You know, it'll be back to being kind of busy probably. So hopefully it won't be too bad this next week. We'll see. Anyway, I'll see you guys Friday. Boop.